What's up, guys? Crypto Savvy here with your Bitcoin update. Bitcoin looking bullish again? Let's see. Let's take a look at the charts and see where we're at.
1, 2, 3, jump!
Alright, guys, what's up? Before I begin, as always, I want to stress that I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Everything I'm showing you in this video is just my opinion and my view of the market only. Anyone that's doing any investing or trading in this market, I suggest you do your own due diligence and your own research because this market can be extremely volatile. That being said, if you haven't already, please click the subscribe button and then tick the little bell if you want to get notified when I post videos. And give a thumbs up and leave comments if you have any. I'd appreciate it. Helps the channel out a lot. And let's begin. The daily, looking at the falling wedge and the white lines here, as always, these two trend lines here look like a falling wedge and we've been staying within it extremely well. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit and see where we're at. If you watched my video yesterday, you'll remember what this broadening wedge here, and then I have this dotted line here, or these dashes along with this showing a symmetrical triangle. And you know, this could be a huge point of breakout. I know everybody thinks we have a lot lower to go, which is possible. I'm not saying it's not, but I like to look at it both ways, and I actually believe, in my opinion, that the bottom is in. That's not to say we won't see a double bottom, or you know, I'm not saying that we won't go lower either. Just my opinion, I believe the bottom's in, and in my opinion, I believe the worst case is going to be a double bottom. I just really think that all the people waiting to get back in and waiting for them lower lows, in my opinion, are going to end up rushing back in, you know, after 5,000, 6,000, whatever. And that's not to say we're going to shoot up. I believe it's possible we spend months moving sideways before the next bull run. You know, it could be a year, who knows? But that's the other thing. Nobody knows. And if anybody's giving you a definite, you know, it's got to go lower, you know, that type, nobody knows. So, you know, do your own due diligence and your own research. And I suggest you start playing with charts, and don't just listen to Joe Schmo, you know, telling you what to do, including me. You know, I'm not a genie. I'm not a, you know, I can't see the future. I just give you my opinion on what I see in the market. But let's get back into this symmetrical triangle here. We've had actually 3 touches on the bottom and 3 touches on the top. Now, this is what I'm looking at now, this broadening wedge, and it seems that we're, you know, falling within this extremely well. In my opinion, it's looking pretty bullish in the short term right now. And I'm gonna take a look at the daily RSI along with this. Move this up. Hopefully you guys can see this good. And let me test this out. If you look here at this, where I have this dotted line, and if I draw another line over here, you can see a bullish divergence. And that's why I believe we're bullish. And what I'm looking for here, no guarantees. Let me get that RSI out of the way real quick. No guarantees, but I'm, you know, looking for a pop-up in this area somewhere. And I believe we're probably going to go test the top of this broadening wedge again. And if we do, you know, we'll probably get some rejection, maybe come back up, try it again. But this is really going to be a key area to keep an eye on. If we do break out of this, I believe we're going to see some extreme volume. And that's breaking out of the symmetrical triangle that I'm talking about. Obviously, this is a broadening wedge within the ascending triangle, if these trend lines are correct. Or I'm sorry, I said ascending triangle, I meant symmetrical triangle. But I showed you guys before the measured move. If this is a symmetrical triangle, of where the possibilities of the breakout might lead us. And I said before, I believe these were this broadening wedge and this top of the trend line of the symmetrical triangle would be a good point to look at for a breakout. And again, it's not a guarantee, but that leads us right up in here around the $5,000 range, which, you know, that makes a lot of sense because that's the top of that falling wedge that I showed you in the big chart in the beginning. And, you know, that would butt us right up against there. And, you know, until we get there, we really don't know. But that's where I see us going. In my opinion, that's the direction we're headed. There's always a possibility we break down, of course. And if we do, you know, there's another falling widening wedge, broadening wedge that I've drawn here with these two yellow trend lines. And that's another possibility if we break out. And that would get us right around the 2250 if we were to break down. I suggest anyone watching this draw these trend lines on your own, and really keep an eye on them, because this is, you know, I'm not so much into the day trading. I do a little day trading myself, but I'm more into the swing trades and long term. And, you know, I have investment in coins that I just hold also. So, but it's a lot less stressful, you know, the day trading. I see people day trading and just, you know, their opinions change every 5 minutes in the small picture. But I'm going to zoom into the 4 hour now and get a better view of this and what it's looking like. You can see the dotted lines. This is the broadening wedge within that symmetrical triangle. And like I said, we're looking pretty bullish today. As you can see, my EMAs here, my 8, my 14 and 21, or 8, 13 and 21, I'm sorry. EMAs are beginning to cross here, and that's usually really bullish if they all cross. And what I mean by cross, you can see coming down, the blues on top, white in the middle, red on the bottom. If they cross, the red goes on the top, white in the middle, blue on the bottom, and a candle opens and closes above them all. Like you see when they crossed here, we closed, it came down. Now it should be the same effect going up. If we open and close after the cross above them, you know, we have a good chance of, you know, having a nice move up. And that's what I'm seeing happen today. And this is going to be key to the 55 EMA. That's probably going to give us some rejection at that point, and we'll have to see what happens when we get there, but I'm sure it's going to give us rejection. And if we break through that, obviously there's a resistance line right around the 3640, 3650 area. We'll get some more resistance there, but if we can break through that, you know, I'm looking more up towards this 200 EMA, and that's right around the $3,700 range. So again, like I said, this is just my opinion of the market. And before I go, I'm going to look at the macro over here. This is, I guess you could say, kind of chart porn. Just looking at this, I've drawn some trend lines. This dotted line from the tip to touched where we broke the 6,000, and we broke down. And then I have another one drawn from this area, the yellow line here. And there's another yellow line down at the bottom, another trend line that seems to be holding. Now, if we look close, I want to zoom in here and looking at another possible broadening wedge in the macro, you know, a bigger view of it in the daily. And this is the bit stamp chart, by the way. So what I'm looking at, I showed you the dotted line, and that one was from the tip of the all-time high. And if you look here, looks like we're attempting to break it, and we finally broke out, and that line became support in the daily. And we opened up again over here. I believe if this candle opens and closes, as you know, we have our next attempt is going to be to break this line here around the 38, you know, depending if it's tomorrow or the next day, around the 30, between 37 3800. And I believe we'll see some fireworks if we do bust above that. And then the line to watch going down is the bottom of this wedge. And today, around the 3400 range, 3450. Obviously tomorrow it'll go up to, you know, 3450, 3460, but these are the areas I'm watching, and I just wanted to make a quick video. I don't have a lot of time this morning, so if you would, please like the video, comment if you have any comments, click the subscribe button. It's the Crypto Savvy logo right above my head, and tick the little bell if you want to be notified when I post videos. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for watching.